Well, I put it like this. It's certain intricacies that you don't want to get into, and it's a lot of stuff that builds up, and it's a lot of emotions, and that's where I am. I said, okay, well, what if your wife was sitting with someone and saying, hey, if anything happens, I will be down for it. Hey guys, welcome to Wildly Living with Kendra. So, listen, I am going to jump right into the story today. I just happened to go on an unintentional date with one of my guy friends. And when I say unintentional, I really mean just that. And it's like, okay, how was it unintentional, Kendra? Because I have known this guy for years. It has definitely been stated, not even stated, because one, he is a married man. And this is why I just had to make a video, because I don't think people understand. People really be out here married thinking that they can still partake in the singledom, and you are out the ocean. You are not there. So I am not even clear on why I'm having this conversation with you about this unintentional date. So yeah, let me back it up. Let me set the scene so you'll understand what's happened. So I've been friends with this gentleman for, I would say, all of 4 or 5 years. So it's not like I don't know him. It's not like he doesn't know me, and he knows my boundaries. So we met in the capacity of work. And keep in mind, we bounced ideas about work, family, all these things. So it really took me by surprise that we got to this place. So what happened? All right. So he called me. He was like, "Hey, how you doing? Do you have any plans?" I'm like, "Oh no, I'm kid free this weekend. So, I'm just going to be relaxed." And he was like, "Oh, you know what? You should treat yourself." And I'm like, "You're right. I should. What did you have in mind?" He was like, "You should go to the spa. You should come out this way. We can go to dinner. We can hang out. It'll be nice. It'll be like old times." And I'm like, "You know what? Cool. Old times, meaning that we have gone out to eat, not spa, not anything else." So let me be clear. So we have gone out, yes, and it has always been like in a group setting and or like a happy hour event. I don't drink, but of course you can always eat little bites here and there during happy hour. So just so we're clear, right? So when he said that, nothing came out of it like, "Oh my God, I can't hang out with this guy to have a bite to eat," be it day, night, evening, whatever that looked like. I didn't think anything was awry. And I called my friend, as I called my guy friend, because now I'm trying to get in the habit where things aren't going over my head. I was like, "Hey, my guy friend contacted me. He was like, you want to do all these things. What do you think? I don't feel comfortable with something that he stated. So I'm not going to do that. But what about everything else?" He was like, "No, I wouldn't do it." I was like, "No, but we such good friends. But I wanted to make sure I'm not reading too much into this." And he was like, "No, you're not. I'm telling you,
Don't do it.
I don't listen, y'all. I don't. It's me again. I am the problem. I don't listen. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I'm like, "No, I know this person. You don't know them. I know them. You can't tell me what their intention is because I know them." I guess my judge of character, sometimes it be up and down. I mean, it's like 50-50. It's like 50-50, guys. So anyway, he was 100% right. I shouldn't have done it, even though I had a very relaxing time. And why do I say that? Because we went to the spa, we went to the museum, and he fed me. So I was so happy until we went out to eat, guys. The day was so beautiful. We was like, "Oh, that was the best massage. It was great." We bouncing around DC because you got the museums, you got the parks. So I'm just like, it is a nice day with my friend, and we're out and about, y'all. So So we sitting there and I'm like, oh, let me tell you about this guy. And of course, I'm going da 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 da. This is what happened, and I don't understand this. I don't understand that. So that's me. I don't understand this. I don't understand that. But I'm just trying to get some perspective because does that mean this? What do you think about that? And I just feel like people need to be completely transparent going into things so there's no ambiguity. Everyone knows where they stand. Y'all, he had a couple of drinks, but I ain't even gonna bring I'm not gonna blame it on the alcohol. I don't do that. I don't drink, but I want to be clear. If you start drinking and you randomly say some stuff, I don't care if you had a little sip or two, I'm gonna be like, this is how you feel. That's it, that's all. End of story. This is how you feel. So anyway, he had a few, and when I mean it was more than 4, he had a few drinks. And so he was
like, well, I want to be very clear and transparent, Kendra. And
I'm like, okay, like, where is this going? He was like, I want you to know I'm going to compliment you. I was like, thanks. Okay. I appreciate your compliments. That's not a problem, but just don't overly compliment on me on things that are inappropriate because it's not necessary. He was like,
Will, I don't care what you're saying. I'm going to say whatever I want to say. And then I want you to know that if anything happens, I am here for it.
And I'm like, here for it? Here for what? What does anything happen? I was like, nothing's happening between you and I. Then those numbers start adding up in my head. I said, oh my God, this guy has spent like $700 plus, in the last 4 hours that you guys have been together. When he says something else, he ain't talking about, just complimenting you. He's talking about some other things. So, of course, me being me, I want to know what is something else because I don't want to be confused. I don't understand. I need to know because, again, my friend told me, Kendra, don't do it. It's a bad idea. So, I need to make sure that I was right or I was wrong. And he's like, well,
I just want to be clear. I am married.
Yes, he's married. Again, like I said, ridiculous.
But I think every 10 years, I should give myself leeway.
What? I said, how do you think that's okay? I'm just curious. Curious minds wants to know, how do you compartmentalize you as a married man is able to check out physically from your wife because you hit the 10-year, 20-year, whatever mark you set for yourself?
Well, I put it like this. It's certain intricacies that you don't want to get into, and it's a lot of stuff that builds up, and it's a lot of emotions, and that's where I am. I said, okay, well, what if your wife was sitting with someone and saying, hey, if anything happens, I will be down for it?
This man said he did not care. I said, okay, so why are you married? He was like, I shouldn't be married. I said, oh, okay. Well, you're not finna be figuring out if you should be or shouldn't be with me. I said, hey, I want to be clear. I thought it was clear. I thought it was crystal clear, but obviously it was a little cloudy. I do not date. I do not I do not date. I do not involve myself in situations where I am intimate or emotionally connected with a married man, right? So I give this spiel, and he's like,
okay, Kendra, no, I respect you. I know you won't. I know you don't. I'm just saying, I just wanted to put it out there because you was talking about transparency.
I wasn't talking about you. I was not talking about you, baby boy. So, ladies and gentlemen, please know your audience. Let it be known that, hey, this was not directed to you. I'm talking about the guy that I'm trying to see if we're gonna date or not. This ain't for the masses, especially people who already out the ocean. You ain't even in the ocean. You ain't in the sea of people who I can choose from. At least that's how I look at it. But then let me tell you guys, this is where I had to just come to myself and I said, Kendra, you got to do better. Again, I feel like everybody needs to hold themselves accountable, including me. And I got on the phone afterwards. I was like, hey, so I just left my little outing with my friend. And this is what happened. And my cousin was like, hey, yeah, you just went on a whole date. I said, listen, I need not to put myself in these positions because obviously to them, it's saying if she's willing to go to the spa with me, willing to have me to pay, willing for me to go to the museum, if she's willing to have a day of relaxation, fun, then I'm going to try my hand. I should have never been there. Point blank, period. That is something that I have done with my significant other before. So why am I doing it with my best friend? Like, Kendra, do it with your homegirl. That's fine. But somebody who is saying that they have no interest in you, you can do it, but do it in a group setting. This is me wrapping it up, guys. We have to hold ourselves accountable. Like, okay, if you're saying like this is your stance, don't put yourself in situations like that. That was a one and done. As much as I like to go to the spa, as much as I want to take him up on his offer to take me to the ballet and to all these sports events, I can't do it now, Joe. I cannot do it. I won't do it because now I am operating in the mindset that you're thinking that this is more than you and your friend hanging out. He can hang out with his homeboys, not with me, right? And then it just shattered all of my perceptions of men and women can be friends. It's just not meant to be. I'll befriend my significant other, and I got male cousins, and I got my homegirls, and I got my sister. I got all those people. Outside of that, I think I got to give the man that I call my friend a rest, or at least we can keep it friendly on the phone. And if not, it'll be in a group setting. So, yes, I hope you guys glean some of this message. Don't do it. You can set boundaries, but you got to have boundaries for yourself. You might be looking for a good time, but if he's married, if you're doing stuff that people do on dates, like he could have done that with his wife, don't do it. Don't be the proxy. Don't be it. Don't be it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Even if you didn't like it, still comment. Let me know. I don't mind. All right, until next time, bye for now.